Okay, next demo. We already know that if you've chosen an emergency ditching site and you tell it to auto land in that spot, if the controller signal is lost during the landing, it won't continue to land. It'll instead go to return to home. And that could be catastrophic if you think it landed behind that hill and hop in your car to go look for it. Meanwhile, it has gone back up to return to home altitude and come back to home. Which, if it's really windy, it won't. It'll just blow away. And that was the whole point. I wanted it to land there. So how can I force it to land in a spot after it loses the control signal? I could set the home position to my chosen landing spot, my chosen emergency spot. So let's do that. Let's record.
Take off.
Take off. So this is the home.
The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
And my emergency landing location is over there in front of the house, where I put the other plywood board. This plywood board. And it's funny, the board that let's go to cine mode because it's easier to find and control this. And put the camera all the way down. Get over the board. Camera's down. That's my chosen emergency landing spot. Now, before, I just told it to auto land there, and it's away from the home point, and I turned the radio off, the controller off on its descent, and it aborted the landing and shot back straight up in the sky and came back, returned to home. So this time, we are going to go to the menu, the three dots in the top right corner, and then choose at the bottom here, update home point, and select the aircraft's current position and say, okay.
The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
So now, let's climb up so that I can have enough time to turn the controller off to see what happens. Obviously it's going to land there. It's within that board is within 20 meters of the home point, so no matter where I select auto land or return to home, it will just land. And in fact, if I push the home button now on the screen, there is no return to home choice. It's just land, and it'll give me that anywhere within 20 meters of that point. So if I choose land now and turn the controller off, will it continue to land? I think so, because it's within the 20 meters of the return of the home point. It will just land. Done.
Landing.
And another thing is, while it's in auto land, you do have control. Here, I'll steer it back to the board. It wasn't quite lined up. I'm not messing with the throttle at all. I'm just using the right stick forward and back. You can use the throttle to prevent it from sinking anymore. I'm feeding up throttle. I'm actually climbing while it's saying landing. If I let go of the stick, it continues to land. You can yaw, and you can translate forward or back. And I forgot to turn the controller off. That was the whole point. Anyway, it will continue to land there. It flipped the camera up automatically. It's still landing. I'm going to abort before it actually touches down because I can't see whether it's still over the board or not. I mean, roll the camera down, and yes, it would have landed nicely square on the board. So this time, let's do that again, only I'm going to turn the controller off on the way down to see if interrupting the control signal has any effect, but I doubt it will because that is now marked as the home position. It will land there. Let me just adjust that. It says it's 1.3 meters off of the home position. Back down. Well, it doesn't matter because the moment I hit land, it'll come straight down no matter where it is within 20 meters of that point. Okay, back up. Back up. Hit the home button to force it to land. So the simulation is, the wind is too strong. I want to land in this emergency location. I marked this as the new home location to prevent it from returning to home somewhere else. Now I push the home button, tell it to land.
Landing.
On the way down, I'm going to hit the controller off. Beep, controller is gone, so now I have no signal. I don't see what it's doing, but it's still descending. It's descending, it's descending, it's descending. And when it gets within about a meter, there's about 2 meters, 3 meters of home, it slows its descent. And it's still landing. And it looks like it's going to land square on the board. Beauty. It landed perfectly. I'll turn it back on again. It landed nicely on the board, exactly like I wanted. So that's the plan. If you have to do an emergency landing somewhere and you're afraid you're going to lose the control signal on the way down, mark that emergency location as your new home point. And then even if you do lose control, it's not going to come back to your house or to your driveway or something. It's going to land where you told it to land. That's the plan. Over and out.